Hey guys, welcome back to another Atomic lesson taught by me. Today we're going to be going over how to successfully run a YMCA bike test procedure. And this is going to shed light on how we do VO2 submaximal testing. So the YMCA bike test is a submax stage test that is administered in order to predict VO2 max by measuring heart rate response to an increasing exercise workload. The first things that you're going to need to do is obtain the proper and appropriate equipment. And to do this, you're going to get a Monarch cycle ergometer, a stethoscope, and a sphygmomanometer or a blood pressure cuff. In addition, you're going to need a metronome, a stopwatch, and data sheets, individual or group. So the first thing you have to do is adjust the seat height of the bike to fit your subject or client. Typically, hip height is a good indicator, but the subject's knee should be bent between 5 and 15 degrees when the leg is extended. The next thing you're going to have to do is calibrate the cyclonometer so that the marks line up at 0. To do this is at the silver circle thing at the front of the bike. That's where you adjust it. Alright, so once you've done all of these things, you're actually ready to start the YMCA bike test. So first things first, your client rests for 3 minutes, and then we're ready to move on over to the bike. Once we've done this, we take a resting heart rate and blood pressure prior to the warm-up. Once we've calculated these, the client is ready to warm up. This consists of pedaling at 50 rev per minute at a resistance of 0 to 0.5 kilograms. So you're going to have the subject pedal at 50 rev per minute for stage 1, and you're also going to use the metronome set at either 50 or 100 beats per minute for either one or both legs to follow. Then you're going to set the resistance of the bike to 0.5 kilograms, which you will then start the timer and monitor stage time. You're going to record heart rate at each minute by palpation of the 3-minute stages. For this, we're going to use a 15-second count if available, and you're going to use a heart rate monitor to compare results, again, if available. So we're going to record blood pressure and rate perceived exertion, RPE, beginning at the 2 minutes into the stage, and then throughout the stage, you have to be conscious of if the client's going 50 rev per minute, and you want to be aware of the subject's symptoms. Extended time may be allocated, however, try to obtain measurements within the intended stage time. So after stage 1, you want to adjust the resistance based on the heart rate response. Each test begins at the same 150 kilograms per minute. And then following this stage, you want to adjust the resistance based on the heart rate in the last minute for stage 1. Once we determine the second stage, continue the test on this established track. If the subject exceeds 85% of the age-predicted max heart rate, stop the test. Additionally, you want to choose a higher workload if the heart rate falls on the verge of 2. Record and complete data of heart rate, blood pressure, and rate perceived exertion for stages 2 and 3 in the same way that you did before. Again, you want to be mindful of the subject's adherence to the 50 rev per minute cadence as well as any symptoms. So once you know you're done with the test, it's when you've obtained 2 steady state heart rates between 110 beats per minute and then 85% of the age predicted heart rate max. So once you've determined this, you're done with the test. You're going to allow the subject to do a cool down at 0.5 kilograms resistance, again at 50 rev per minute. And at this point, you should record heart rate, blood pressure, and RPE every 2 minutes. And then you're going to continue this for 4 minutes or until the individual's heart rate is less than 120 beats per minute. And then you're going to record all of this on your individual or group data sheet. So now you have completed the YMCA submax test. Again, this tests aerobic fitness, and then based on the participant's heart rate response to the different submaximal workloads, we can then predict what workload and VO2 max they would have reached if they had continued their maximum heart rate. And this is really important when prescribing exercise to maybe a beginner or someone who isn't as experienced with different exercise fitness levels.